I normally drive with my fiance and my two buddies that live nearby, and I listen to the same music. Once I get into the car, I call my dad first, and then I get to my music. Listen to Drake, that's definitely my go-to. And listen to Romeo, some Spanish stuff too. When I get into the locker room, the first thing that I do is shake everyone's hand. Just say hello to everyone, and that's basically it. Put my bag down and immediately change because I want to be the first one out on the field doing some stuff. I want to get out there early just to see the ball go in the net. It just brings back feelings and gets me in tune, and you can never feel that enough. So it's just a mental preparation for me. Paul normally is the one that helps me when I'm out there. He serves the ball into me, and we go through a certain little technical routine and then get into certain areas of the field that I want to find the ball and find a way to get it into the net. Just specifics to that night. Once I come back in from doing my stuff outside, I'll come back in and I'll tell Mike or Yoshi what's feeling a little tight, whether it's my glutes or maybe my shin splints are acting up, and just get that worked on, loosened up a little bit, and then get going. When everyone's getting loose, we're just all joking around. If our guy's getting too much treatment, guys will give him a hard time that he's a prima donna or stuff like that. Viva, I know, does a good job of throwing people under the bus per se if they're on the table for too long. I don't think the mood sets in until we all walk out and we're getting ready for warm-ups. We start off with Yoshi in the corner, and then we go into Peter, and we're doing like a box passing just to get our legs moving, get some touches on the ball. Once that first round ends, everyone's like, okay, enough, let's get into it. And that's when people start to fly around, and everyone starts buzzing, knowing that the game's right around the corner. And then we move into possession. Ian then takes us and is doing finishing from all sorts of angles. We're getting crosses in, we're getting turns, we play it into him, he sets us and we take a touch around him. Just game realistic stuff, just to get our minds ready and get reps in right before the game. After the speech, get up and say good luck to everyone, and everyone has their own little thing. Some guys yell right after the coaches, some guys just close their eyes, some guys just wait to take a deep breath. Philippians 4:13, so I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's just a verse that's stuck with me since college, so I have it on my wrist and I have it on my shoes. I also have my parents' last names on my shoes and my fiance's name. So just little memories that when I'm tying my shoes, I can look down and know that they're with me throughout this whole process. But definitely, if I look at my phone right before the game, I know my dad's sent me a text, or my little brothers now. So that's a big thing, knowing that they're watching every game back home, and I know they enjoy that, watching me on TV. When we're walking out, like, I'll look for my fiance in the stands, and that's something that reminds me of home. I think every time that I've stepped out on the field, you get the chills, and that's what reminds you why you play this game. I think the day that those chills go away is when most guys tend to retire, just because they don't get that excitement anymore. And I mean, once you're walking out, once the national anthem starts hitting, you just feel everything slowly start to build, and it's never an easy 90 minutes. There's never one time that I've gone through the tunnel and been like, okay, this is going to be a cakewalk. So once we get into the tunnel, say hello to the guy who's going to be kicking me, and go from there. I mean, those are the guys who are always the nicest. Like, hey, I'm going to be kicking you for the next 90 minutes, but nice to see you. So it's always a match you get up for, and it's been tough that we haven't been able to beat them. So we try not to make it bigger than it is, but at the end of the day, it's a big match against arguably the biggest club in the United States. So for us, it definitely is a big game, and we want to represent our club well, because we think we're just right there with them. When the ref blows a whistle, it's just like a release of energy and excitement that the crowd's bringing. If we have kickoff, it takes me a minute or so, just because we have a certain thing that we do during kickoff, and I know I won't get the ball initially. So that's my big thing, is breaking through that first gasp of air, and then I'll be into the game. Playing against the Cosmos, they play such an open style. They're so spread out offensively that when they do turn the ball over, there's spaces to attack, especially on the counter. And when you have guys like Lance on one side and Danny Cruz on the other, and we knew that we were going to get a couple chances on the counter or even on set pieces. And then Damien gets a red card and everyone's just looking around like, you've got to be kidding me. On our home field, down a man now, we can't really press the envelope like we just talked about. So it's definitely going through your mind a little bit, but once he sprinted off, it was, all right, what's the next step? And I told Ibsen in the first half when he had his chance that Mauer's legs were wide open because he jumped to save it and he flares his feet out. We're just waiting for our moment.
Kranjčar quickly forward, headed away by Coleman of Minnesota. Flick on by Lang. Davis, ton of real estate in front of him. Justin Davis quickly up the left side. Ramirez! Ramirez! Christian Ramirez!
When Lance flicks it to JD and JD takes a big touch, I immediately knew that if he got the ball to me, I was going to put it away. Just the field was so spread open. I mean, JD really had to whip it to get it to me, beating those three defenders. And it's almost skips past me. And so when I had to take that touch, I had to regain my feet and just had to slot it past them, because this is it. If I don't put this away, if I don't control this ball, we're not getting a chance at 3 points anymore. Those are the moments that you live for, you play for. Playing in my position as the number 9, that's what we get paid to do, is come through in those clutch situations, and I couldn't be more thankful to have done that for the guys.